Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Tricky, and yes, this is another amazing edition, guys, of Wake Up with Trickett, and it is Turn It Around Tuesday, and I hope everyone is doing exceptionally well on this Turn It Around Tuesday. And you know what that is. If it's not serving your highest good, if you're still stuck in a situation and claiming that you can't get out, or whatever the case may be, right? You need to turn that junk around. You know what I'm saying? Because time is valuable, for me anyway. And my energy is extremely priceless, and hopefully yours is too. So with that being said, guys, if you are new here and you have came across my page, it's not by coincidence. So welcome, glad to have you. And if you are my new subscribers, you just recently subscribed, you like the way the flow, you like the teachings, you like the energy and the frequency that jumps off here, and then welcome, glad to have you. And if you my OGs, my A1s from day ones, I love loyalty. And you know you are already welcome. So peace, love, and prosperity to all of you in the collective. And with that being said, guys, let's jump right into it. Okay, check this out. I want to talk to you guys about fear, which is false evidence appearing real. Let me say that again. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Why do I say that? Because most people's fears never ever actually happen. So it's normally played out in their mind where it does take place at. So to them, it's very, very real. But then in reality, what they thought was going to take place, or what they thought was going to happen, or how they played the scenario out in their mind 1,000 times, almost never does it ever happen that way. So that's why it's false evidence appearing real. A lot of people today allow fear, and you hear it if you listen, if you're in tarot land like me, you hear it in pretty much every single read. That lets you know that it is an epidemic, that many people carry some sort of fear one way or another. They're scared to move forward, they're scared to call, they're scared to do this, they're scared to go here. Always fear. And you know when you have fear, it freezes everything, right? It keeps you stuck. You stay stagnant. You can't move forward because you're playing out the scenario. You know, you're like, I'm trying to figure out all the angles. Instead of, I hear it all the time, you know, in reads and stuff, in tarot land, and you know, they're like, the person is afraid to do this, or they're afraid to move forward. It's always fear. That spirit of fear is everywhere, and once you allow it to attach to you, you're stuck. You're stuck because fear is a spirit, and with your free will, if you allow fear to enter into your life, and then all you did was just stagnate yourself. So if that's working out for you, and then keep allowing fear to stay fixated in your life. And another thing, people will use fear. You know, you hear about all these crazy exes, whatever, right? You know, you've been with someone toxic, you've been with someone doing, you know, the little woo-woo black magic. You were, you know, you made, you know, chalk it up to you made a bad decision, right? And so you're you're with someone that when you try to leave, it's a train wreck, right? Now they come with what? Fear tactics to try to hold you. So now they want to use fear to keep you and then tell you they love you. This is crazy. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I would tell somebody like that, you better do what you got to do. Why are you still talking to me? You're already wasting your time. I'm fearless. It's the difference. Bring that junk. What? I'm not talking about riding a roller coaster or I'm scared of heights. I'm not talking about that type of fear. I'm talking about fear in your day-to-day life, romance, on the job, that type of fear. In spiritual warfare, I'm never, ever afraid when it comes to spiritual warfare. I have been up against so many of the best of what they felt they were, because they shoved out a whole lot of money to try to take money that wasn't theirs, and they still all failed. Hiding. And you see, let me tell you something too. Anyone that's hiding to try to do something, they're in that weirdo energy to where they're like, it's not weird, but I just stalk you because I'm just trying to study you to figure you out on what to say. You're weird. You're strange. Get out of here with that junk. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's someone on your low frequency that you would be a better match for a train wreck relationship, friendship, on the job co-workership. You put it wherever it fits, right? But it has no place in my life. And then how many people, I don't believe in looking back either. If I look back, it's only to see how far I came. That's it. I'm not looking back like, you have an ex. If it didn't work out, it didn't work out. Now you're on your game. They didn't believe in you, right? And now they're like, oh, wow, I made a mistake. They didn't have the patience. They didn't know how to wait it out. Whatever, they didn't believe in you. And so now you're shining, man or woman, and you got the cray-cray trying to come back. And if you're with anyone, they're trying to sabotage who you're with. That's a psychopath. That is a narcissist. Now, think about this. This person is trying to win you over. Think about it. They want a long-term relationship with you by trying to sabotage what you have going. So they're trying to ruin what you have going. And by ruining it, threatening you with, who knows, blackmail. These people come up with all kinds of stuff. They got a real colorful imagination. They watch a lot of TV, right? And so, they come up with all these different things. Going to go pay for spell work. Like, they're really trying to sabotage you in all areas of your life so they can be with you. And somewhere in their psychotic mind, they think that this is the way to win someone over. So now they're thinking, oh, if you're trying to make life hard on me and you're trying to destroy what the next person has, they're gonna love me. They're gonna want to take me back. No, psycho. All you did was just push that person further and further away. And if you're dealing with somebody like me, I don't care about who it is. What? If I said no, it's no. Bring it. Pay for all the spell work you want. I am no joke with it when it comes to spiritual warfare. What? I will sit you down. And you don't have to worry about following behind anybody. Because you're good. Because then you're in that kind of state of mind. You know what I'm saying? Because you are not powerful. And fear doesn't work on an earth angel like me. Because I'm fearless. So it doesn't matter what they say, what they do. Do what you gotta do. And this is why it's so important, guys, that you do not allow fear to control you. You know, the crazy people will come up with everything to try to get you. I'll tell people about this. I'll expose this. I'm like, and you're still talking? Why don't you go do what you got to do already? I'm going to call your bluff all day. What? And you're still going to be left out in the cold after you try to do whatever low vibrational stuff you try to do. And you're low vibrational. So my vibration, my frequency doesn't drop to your altitude. So you're dismissed. Like it, don't like it. I don't care how you feel about it. You don't pay my bills. You don't take care of me. I'm self-sufficient. I take care of myself. And these are the cray-crays that will be on your page if you have a platform, or if you just have like a Twitter account or an IG account, or just a YouTube account. These are the crazies that'll be stalking you under a fake name. So they're wearing a mask and they really think they're going to win you over by stalking you. And they're spending all this time stalking you when they should be on somebody's couch getting help for their psychotic behavior. But because they are narcissists, they really think putting in all this time, it's going to bring them positive results. Well, I'll tell you what kind of results it will bring them. 911 and you're done. Goodbye. 911 and there is a, what do they call that? When you place that, so people can't come close to you, a restraining order. So you just put blockages on them legally. You block their number. You record their conversations every time they call you so you can catch them threatening you. And then you just take it to court. They're not hard to deal with because they operate out of emotions instead of integrity. And there it is there. So all you have to do is let them play themselves, and they will either end up in jail, they will either end up in jail or with a restraining order on them. So now the minute they cross the line of that restraining order, they're done. They're doing time behind bars, and they can talk to the men and women, whoever it may be, behind bars about their social path or path behavior that they have, their psychotic behavior that they carry, and hopefully they can get the proper help that they need. So I'm just here to say, don't allow fear. Don't allow anybody to place fear on you. I will do this to you. What are you waiting on then? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Why? You ain't telling me when you want to do your black magic behind the person's back. So why are you telling me? Why don't you just treat everything like that? Do whatever you feel you got to do. And let's see what happens. Now, let me tell you what happens when you have a real woman or a real man in your life. And if you have a divine woman and a divine man, and they are both spiritually gifted, then you guys are a power couple. You are no joke. Because now you're like, do what you got to do. Because now, I have the gift to just speak some things, and they're just going to enter into your life, and then, you're going to leave one way or another. What? So now it gives you the time to prove what you can really do. And I will dismantle everyone you bring. And if your counterpart also has spiritual gifts. And I'm not talking about black magic. Who wants to call on a bunch of demonic demons that attach themselves to you, and then they become the puppet master, and you're the one being dangled as they control you. And then you're out there doing all kinds of like sex rituals and going to the graveyard and getting graveyard dirt and trying to put people in a jar and trying to figure out how to make voodoo dolls, and you're just crazy. And you're going down that that dark path that if you go too far, there's no returning back. I mean, you might end up taking yourself out because all of that stuff that's getting sent back, because if you're dealing with two divine beings, they're a power couple. And they're both spiritually gifted. And who knows at what level? They are lighting you up. You, your demons, your little dolls, your little whatever, your little covens, you know, they're going to need help, right? So you, your little crew of low vibrational people, they're all going to be getting dismantled. Why are we all sick? I had to call off work. I don't feel good. I know you don't. Because whatever you were sending out negative to try to interfere with somebody else's life, because they're spiritually gifted, all they did was just send it back. Like I always say, if you're at a restaurant and you order a hamburger and they bring you a hot dog, do you just say, well, I'm gonna let God take care of it and I'm just gonna eat this hot dog anyway? And people are like, didn't you want a hamburger? Yes, but you know, I don't believe in, you know, making trouble. You're weak. So you get what you deserve, period, point blank. I'm sending that junk back. I wanted a hamburger, matter of fact, a double cheeseburger. Take this junk back. I do not want it. And that's what you do with people that are projecting their negative, low vibrational ways on you. It's simple. And 9 times out of 10, they have no protection. They're out there open and raw, uncovered, no protection. So that junk is just bam, 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 slapping them back. And whatever they wanted for you is coming on them. Does that mean you put it on them? No. It means that they were trying to force you to have something that you never even, asked for. And you're just like, I don't want it. So I'm sending it back to the sender who was actually trying to have me partake in this. I didn't ask for this. So that's what I mean. That they have that pride, that ego, the audacity of these low vibrational cockroaches, right? That they're like, you're just gonna have what I want you to have. And if I say you're gonna have this, you're gonna have this. You came across the right one when you came against this chosen one. Really? It hasn't worked yet. And it won't. It just won't. Highly protected, highly skilled, and the gifts are just incredible. That's why they be like, why isn't it working? We tried everything. How much money have we spent? We're getting ready to go homeless. We're losing our house. I came from a home to now I'm a roommate somewhere because we're going bankrupt. As they should, because they're putting out negative. So are you putting anything negative when you send it back? No. You're just simply saying, this is not my energy. This is not my feelings. Someone is projecting this negativity on me. And all I'm going to do is send it right back to them. They created it. They made it. They are the ones that had the negative intentions. So let them eat off of their own plate. I don't want it. I want what I want. And that's not what I want, period. So fear works in all kinds of different ways. And like I said, I'm not talking about, being at an amusement park, you're like, I'm scared of heights or whatever. I'm talking about real life fear. Fear that is going to affect your life. Whether you ride a roller coaster or not, that's not going to affect your life. But if you allow somebody to use fear tactics to get you to do something you don't want to, or get you to come up out of your character, to lower your character, to meet them at that slumlord level, and then that's on you. Because out of fear, you caved into that. 911, what? Man or woman. And if they want to throw them things, then you just boss up and do what you got to do. What? You know what I mean? But you never give in to fear. That's something you do not do. Because once you do that, that individual will be the narcissist God in your life, controlling you. Because every time you don't do what he or she wants, they're going to throw fear tactics at you. Because it's worked before, so they're just like, I know how to get you. We're not rolling like that. Not over here in my collective. Like I had just did a video the other, what was it, I think yesterday, about, that's the purpose of us coming together. Some of us are stronger than others. And we all bring our gifts, whatever they are. We all put them together and we build that one big robot. And we're like, bring it. Because now where you thought that person was by themselves, because maybe you didn't see their collective with them or with her, then you find out real quick they are far from alone. And Spirit honors that because he loves to see his kids coming together, standing up for each other, instead of doing it alone. Why do you think narcissists always try to pull you away from your family, pull you away from all your friends, because they're trying to control you? It's just crazy, guys. So I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about fear, because I hear it in every read. I see it everywhere. I'm scared to say hello. I'm scared to give a compliment. Like, people just live in fear. I'm scared to put my real name on this friend request. So now you're on Facebook or whatever under a fake account. And trust me, if you're on one account fake, you're on multiple accounts. If he or she has multiple accounts, you are under multiple fake profiles under multiple accounts. Because like I said, once you get that wheel spinning, it just keeps going and it's hard to stop it. Then if they find out, you're looked at as a weirdo. So if you have somebody with my abilities, you're trying to come into my energy, or say I'm with someone and say they got a crazy ex or whatever the case may be, crazy to them, whatever. Instantly, I'm gonna know, because I'm gonna be protecting them. And energetically, I'm no joke. So whatever they think they can bring or hide, they can't hide. Because my gifts are above their gifts. My rank is above their rank. And 9 times out of 10, they are not of royal DNA. So they don't have a kingdom, watching over them, protecting them. They're out there solo, an ant, trying to find a giant. And you're just like, for real, who's this clown? With the big bozo nose. Who is this clown? At any given time, you can just stomp them. And what was a big deal for you was nothing for the person that you're with, because of their spiritual gift and because of their boldness. They're not afraid. And just not being afraid sets you apart from a whole lot of people on this planet. And like I said, I'm not talking about skydiving or jumping off a cliff. I'm talking about real things that are going to affect your day-to-day life. It will even affect your kids, because then they see how you act and react to fear. They see the fake profiles. They see all the different masks you wear on a daily basis. And this is a whole reason why people have to break generational curses because of stuff like that. Because now, where they didn't have these issues, Now they're like, well, I seen how daddy do it, or I seen how mommy do it, and it's in a ratchet, low vibrational way. They pick up on that at an earlier age, and now they're making fake profiles and doing all that weirdo stuff. And so someone's gonna have to come along and break the curse that you put on your family. That toxic way you just put in your bloodline that wasn't even there, but because you don't know how to handle things correctly in a healthy way, this is what you do. Because you're on one. You know, I'm on one. So you're just like, I want what I want, what I want, what I want. And you're not thinking about my kids looking at me, or friends, or family, or whatever, and you're not setting the best example because you can care less. You actually think you're gonna win someone over like that. Or you might have that graveyard love. If I can't have you, no one can. Okay, weirdo. They have graveyards, crazy houses, and jail cells full of people like that. I mean, I wonder this year, how many people, well, I have put in jail will all be there due to trying to come against me, and they found out that that was just not the wisest choice. And that's with all their help, and that's with all their money they spent, and the money they stole, and what they're trying to do, and they still fail, because they are of no royal blood. They are of no real power. They have no ancient knowledge. They're just winging it, recruiting other dummies like them, and it doesn't work. Him or her. I tell you guys all the time, I hear so many reads, and the reads be backwards because people place gender on the card. Last time I checked, tarot was energy. But, you know, for whatever reason, they place it on the card. So if you listen to tarot, tarot will never ever have a woman wanting a man. Tarot will never ever have a woman going after a man. It will always be the man, the woman, the man, because they're not reading energy at this point. They're looking at the card, and that's how they're basing it. I understand because I jump in and out of both energies because I've mastered it. So one thing I learned watching tarot 24/7 up and down, because I'm doing something. So I've monitored all these people because I'm building something here. And I notice a lot of people make that mistake, and then some don't. They'll just say this energy and this energy. You guys put it where it fits. That is the best way to do it. Leave it up to their intuition instead of trying to slant it for them. Because you can have a man more feminine than a woman. Doesn't have to be gay or anything like that. We're not talking negative about gay people. I'm just saying you can. Because a feminine energy just means someone that is loving, caring, kind. 9 times out of 10, they call that individual a sweetheart. You can have a woman that's in their boss-like energy, and they are a masculine all day long. I'm in charge. I'm an authoritative person, man. Okay, gotcha. But you, by no means, are a feminine energy. You are a masculine energy. That's why I stay away from the depiction of the cards. And I just stick with the energy. But I am an energy individual that has been blessed. I'm one big, humongous battery. That's why when these people, like, whenever they're going to throw spell work, they have to use what? Energy. That's right up my alley. That's why it never works. All you do is just charge me. I mean, look at, I'm always pumped up, full of energy. And don't think it's not because they're not throwing stuff at me. They're throwing stuff all day. But it's like, it's like, beep, boop. It's a waste of time. But I let them exhaust themselves. Because that's what we do, collective. We band together. We look out for each other energetically. We represent one another. And we keep it pushing. And that's why we keep growing and we keep winning. And they keep losing and keep getting exhausted and cutting on themselves and pulling this and calling on this demonic demon and this entity. And all they do is attach themselves to them. And then they get upset when they did not bring them who they said they were able to bring. And now they turn on them because there is no loyalty in witchcraft. There is no loyalty. But there is a whole lot of loyalty when you serve Spirit, God Almighty, the Most High, because that's what Spirit operates in. Loyalty. Not perfection, but loyalty, right? So anyway, that's it, guys. I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about a few things. And fear was the main thing because it's just everywhere. And it makes no sense when you can just move it out the way. But most people are not blocking the person. Most people are not calling, 911, placing a report on them, a restraining order on him or her. Most people aren't. They're making excuses. Well, I can't, or whatever, whoever it is, male or female. They make excuses because there's still something there toxic within them that they have all these avenues open. That's crazy. These people can't even sit with me. Get by. I'm sure there's somebody on the planet that vibrates at your low level that makes those type of decisions that you would be better suited for than trying to reach so high up and dwell in my vibration way up here, where that just doesn't take place. That's not the way things get handled. We do things decent and in order, and we get a positive outcome. And we're not trying to set examples, if you have kids, of, hey, let me show you how I'm about to just make life difficult for you by showing you negative ways that's going to be toxic. And now someone's going to have to come behind me or her and be the catalyst to break that generational curse that if I don't, when you have kids, they have kids, everybody's going to have that trait in them. Because of moi, that just thought that, I don't care, I just want what I want. And it was at all costs, even sabotaging their own children. It's crazy, right? But this is so true. This happens all the time. So anyway, guys, for me, I'm not telling anybody what to do. If you want to look back and grab something from the past that did you wrong, that's on you by all means. Me, never. I don't care if they're dropping tears on their knees, begging, praying. No. See you in the next lifetime, because that ain't happening. No. It's going to be new with someone that has not stained your mind with negative memories or try to hurt you and your family and spell work and all this. And now they're like, because I couldn't beat you, I want to join you. You're like, you're a weirdo. No. And with that being said, guys, you guys are all amazing. This is Trick It with Wake Up with Trick It, where we think outside the box because we know there's a whole lot of knowledge out there, right, guys? And we're going to get it one day at a time. We're going to get it. We're going to learn. We're going to grow. And we're going to do better. And we're going to keep smiling. And it's going to be an authentic smile and not a fake one. And with that being said, deuces, write your name in the stars, and keep waiting.